What is up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans? IndyCar Timm here with your Tampa Bay Buccaneers Daily Blitz. Welcome into the program. Welcome into the show. Welcome into fanstreamsports.com. Thanks for checking us out over on our YouTube channel and wherever you get your podcasts, covering lots of teams, lots of college teams, lots of pro teams, golf, MMA, everything over there at Fanstream Sports. Appreciate you guys very much supporting the channel, sharing the shows, sharing our content, and checking us out over at Bucks Country on Athlon Sports. Always ready to treat you guys to some Bucks content. You know, it's been interesting this offseason with the Bucks because, you know, we see at least locally here with the Bucks, we see a complete lack of national respect. And not just for the team as a whole, but we're seeing this like for even individual players, even Mike Evans. I believe it was Pro Football, and you know, again, however much stock you put into Pro Football Focus, that's fine. Take it for what it is, especially this time of year. But you know, they came out with their positional rankings for everybody. I think Mike Evans was ranked the number 20 wide receiver nationally. You know, out of everybody in the league. And I have a hard time buying that. Look, 1,000 yards every single year he's been in the league. Nobody's done that before, as long as he's done it, as many times as he's done it. Chris Godwin, I know he's had some issues, but at number 31 on the list for Pro Football Focus, I mean, come on. Just a lot of disrespect. Baker Mayfield, I think he made the top 32 quarterbacks, but it was way down. I think he was in the 24 or something like that. You cannot tell me there are 23 quarterbacks in the league better than Baker Mayfield, especially the season he's coming off of. And that's kind of the topic for today, because I saw something that Kay Adams did over on her show about the Bucks and Baker Mayfield and the whole show from last year being a one-hit wonder. And she wasn't saying that they were. She just posed the question. By the way, check out the Kay Adams show over on her YouTube channel. It's amazing. She's got some great stuff over there. But it just, to me, it boils down to a complete disrespect for the Buccaneers from a national narrative. You know, after Tom Brady retired again after 2022, the Bucs were talked about as being in need of a complete rebuild. You had Kyle Trask as your guy coming in, and you know, is he going to be your quarterback? Probably not. I think we've seen enough of him at this point, or have we? Tough to say, actually. But you know, they were going to have to replace Tom Brady. Baker Mayfield wasn't even on the radar at this point, and everybody was just talking about how the Bucs were going to need a complete rebuild to get back to prominence in the NFC South, and you know, even relevance in the NFC again, right? The Bucs had won the Super Bowl in 2020. They won the division in 2021. They won the division in 2022, Baker's last year, or Brady's last year. Now they roll into 2023. Baker Mayfield joins the show. The Bucs start 4-7, and they're not playing really even that well. And it looked like maybe the pundits were right, and they did need to rebuild, and Baker wasn't the guy. But all they do then is go 5-1 to finish the season. Baker and Mike Evans found some late season chemistry. They looked really good. You end up winning the division. Yes, you were only 9-8. It was a down division, but you know what? You still won your division. You then, in the wild card round where you hosted a home game because you won your division, you beat the Philadelphia Eagles handily. And yes, they were in disarray. I think they lost their last 6 or something in the regular season before losing to the Bucs. Well, I know they lost to the Cowboys. They lost their division to the Cowboys there in the last couple of weeks. I don't care. You beat them in a playoff game. You won a playoff game at home. They were still the Philadelphia Eagles. You then go on the road in the divisional round to lose to the Detroit Lions, a very, very good Detroit Lions team that probably should have been the NFC representative in the Super Bowl. And there is absolutely no disgrace in the season they had last year. Was it a fluke? I don't think so, because of the way the season went. You know, you start 4-7, you finish 5-1. To me, that's the team finding something. That's not just the team finishing on a fluke. That's not a team finding a hot streak where, there wasn't supposed to be one. I think that was just the Bucks being the Bucks. And if they had any other competition in the division, then, it wasn't there. They probably shouldn't have won the division, but you know what? That happens in lots of divisions over lots of time. We remember the Seattle Seahawks won their division and made the playoffs with a 7-9 record one year. So it happens, man. It happens. Happens in the NFC East a lot too with the Cowboys, Eagles, Giants, and Commanders. But, the point here is, were they a one-hit wonder? Well, Kay Adams made a couple of great points. And one of the points that she made was that she doesn't think so, and it's primarily because of Baker. It's because of the work that Baker puts in. It's because of the practices he has, the chemistry and relationships that he has with his players, especially with his receiver core. One of the weaknesses last year was clearly the running game. The Buccaneers had the absolute worst running game in the league. By no fault of Rachaad White's, by the way. It was just an uncharacteristically bad offensive line for the Bucs. And that has maybe been fixed this year. You certainly think you have your career starting center, right? And Graham Barton, your first round number 26 overall pick. Elijah Klein could play a role in the depth there. One of your sixth round pick there. So you think you've got some of that stuff fixed. The rushing game should be better. You got Bucky Irving coming in, your fourth round pick. I think the draft that they had this year will have a tremendous effect on the outcome of games next year, and primarily in the running game. I think the running game is going to be much improved next year. And if Baker can just find the same chemistry that he found last year, he doesn't even necessarily, have to be that much better. He needs to clearly knock out some of the bad games that he had, because he did have some bad games. I would just like to see more consistency from him, but no, I would not call them a one-hit wonder by any stretch. I think that's a stretch to call them a one-hit wonder. But I would like to hear what you guys think. Let me know if you think the Bucs are a one-hit wonder. Let me know if you think they got a chance to go 4 in a row in the division in the NFC South. Take down the, for some reason, favored Atlanta Falcons with a 57-year-old Kirk Cousins on one foot. Still don't get that, but it is what it is. I don't make the odds, right? I just report them. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section here in the video. Find me on social media. I'm at IndyCar Timm on X and on Threads. Over on Instagram, Facebook as well. Go find me. I'd love to talk to you. Hear some thoughts about what you think the Bucs are going to do next season. We'll do it all again here a little bit, either early next week or later this week, maybe over the weekend with a special show for you. But until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.